Hello, everybody. I'm a few seconds early. Can anybody hear me? I'm not sure if I've got this set up correctly. So if you would be kind enough to shoot me a 5x5. Hello? Thanks, Coffee First. Let's see who all we got in the chat. I done said hello to about everybody. Coffee First in speak. I've got my coffee so I can speak. Hillside Prep Stead, Prepper Book Club, Mary Miles, hope you're doing good. Hey, James 24, James Price, Jeep Girl. I don't miss anybody, so if I do, forgive me. Who else is in here? Grafted Branch Homestead, good to see you, buddy. Hunter 25, good to see you. Celtic Grandma, Andrew. Give everybody a little bit to come in. PA Rambler, Carol Prince. The Rooster, good to see you, brother. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to keep this at about 45 minutes or so because I got to get ready to go into work, fix me something to eat after I drink some more coffee. So hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm working overtime all weekend, which is good. Extra money's always good. And let's see. Oh, sorry, Andrew. Hope you feel better, buddy. Happy New Year, Carol. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about some things that we might see coming down the road for 2024. Everybody remembers what a crap show 2020 was, mainly because I guess it was an election year. We had riots in the street, arson, looting, just destroying cities by the Democrat Party's brown shirts. I'm talking about Antifa, Black Lives Matter. This year, I think you can throw in the pro-Palestine nut jobs that want to block traffic and block access to airports and whatnot. And I think we're going to see a lot of civil unrest next year. I think it's really going to ramp up in the spring when it starts getting a little warmer. Hey, Tiger 454, because nobody wants to protest and act a fool when it's cold outside. So I think 2024 is going to be worse for that type of nonsense than it was in 2020. Hey, Devil Dog Prepper, good to see you. So what do you guys think? Do you think this year is going to be worse than 2020? Remember, we had the, what was it, the CHOP zone out there in Seattle, where they just took over whole parts of the city and just declared it off limits to everybody but themselves. Some other things I think we should be concerned about going into next year is our southern border and how porous it is. Everybody saw the videos, I guess, of the military-aged men coming across. I saw a video a couple of weeks ago of a bunch of Chinese gentlemen, and they were all just a big line of them, hundreds of them, standing there at parade rest, just like military people. You know, like if you've been in the military, you know what parade rest is. And not only them coming across, they're coming across from the Middle East, gang members, cartel members, all the drugs and fentanyl coming across the border. So it's ridiculous. What's 14,000 people a day or something like that last week set records every week for the number of people that they're coming in contact with. That's not counting the ones that nobody has an idea about. And if y'all hear that chewing noise, that's not me. That's Rose back there eating her dinner. So I think that is the first thing that needs to be fixed. It should have been fixed a long time ago. Yeah, I'm pissed off about it too, buddy. We're being invaded. We don't have to wait on somebody to come across the ocean to invade us. They're already here. Terror cells, just waiting to be activated. So, millions of people here. We don't know where they're at, who they are. Setting up court dates for them to come across. You know, when they come across, some of them are 10 years down the road to see if they get asylum. So, It's just ridiculous that we're worried about Ukraine's border, their sovereign border, but ours is wide open, and it's wide open up in Canada too. That doesn't get any attention because not as many people come there. But I saw where Mexicans are coming across the Canadian border. Now, how does that happen? So, yeah, they are, Carol, just waiting for the green light to be activated. So I don't know if you're going out to celebrate New Year's Eve. I'll be celebrating at work, but I would have serious reservations about getting in a crowd of people tonight. I wouldn't want no part of any big celebration in a big city tonight. I saw where Paris, I had the article pulled up. They have activated 90,000 soldiers and police for New Year's Eve, citing a very high terror threat. So, good deal, Prepper Book Club. I have 2 tickets. I have 1 ticket to go to work tonight. So, hopefully tonight will be as calm as the last 2 have been. Then I got a couple of days off. We're going to get the boys. We're going to watch a lot of football tomorrow. We're probably going to watch the Vols get thumped, James Price, but that's all right. We get to see Nico play. Some of the other things I was wanting to talk about. See, I even made notes for this. I'm high tech today. The election next year. I have serious reservations if we'll even have an election next year. I think something will come up and they'll do something, martial law, and say we can't have it, just like the mad midget in Ukraine did. Can't have an election because we don't have the money to have the elections, what he said. So do you think we'll have an election next year? And if we do have an election, do you think Potato Head will actually make it to the finish line and be the Democrat nominee? I know they're trying to block Orange Man Bad from being on the ballot, but I think the Supreme Court's going to take care of that for them. So just lots of stuff to think about. It's overwhelming if you read the news and try to keep up with it. I hadn't in the last day or so. It just gets depressing. So I do not know if we'll have an election. Another thing I want to talk about is the economy. I think it's propped up and it's inflated. Our inflation rate is, they say it's not really going up, but it ain't coming down either. And if they keep on with the Red Sea where the Houthis are attacking cargo ships and oil tankers, and a lot of these big shipping giants, Maersk, Evergreen, you've seen the containers. If they stop going through the Red Sea and the Suez Canal and go all the way around the Horn of Africa, then that's going to make the price of everything just go straight up. Straight up. I mean, inflation is getting ready to go up again unless that situation gets taken care of. I know we have warships there and a few other countries have joined us, but doesn't seem to be slowing the Houthis down a whole lot. So I'm not sure how many people we have in here. I don't have a way of looking. 20. How many thumbs up have y'all shot me? 19. Y'all are doing great. So if you don't care, shoot a thumbs up. I have to keep up with it on my phone because if I try to type on this laptop, then things are going to get ugly. Now, what are you doing about next year? What's your focus on prepping? So move out of there, Rosie, before you unplug the computer. Back up. There you go. You're okay. For the next little bit on my preps, because I know it's my weak spot as far as the stuff I have on hand and the stuff that I have training on is medical preps. I did take a CPR class last year, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get a Stop the Bleed class. I know there's some around here, but they're expensive. I know Patriot Nurse is not far from me, but her class is really expensive. And I just don't have the money to pay for that. So I'm trying to reach out to, we have our own fire crew where I work, and they're also EMTs. So I'm trying to see if I can get one of those guys to maybe teach a class for me and a few of us on Stop the Bleed. I'm also really going to stack up on my medical preps. I just got this the other day from Amazon. I already had some potassium iodide tablets just in case stuff starts falling out of the sky. I also have some first aid kits. I have the Refuge Medical first aid kit. I have 2 of these. They're really good kits. Bought them from Bear. And I still have my little kit that I made. So they're kind of comparable. About the same stuff in them. Bear makes a really good product and he does really good. He offers Stop the Bleed classes too. So if you need that training, I suggest reaching out to find someone to give that to you. Let's see who else has joined us. Midway Farms, good to see you. Chad, and I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, but welcome in. I hope y'all are having a great weekend. Devil Dog Prepper, good to see you, buddy. Same here, Devil Dog. I need to get all my preps in order, and I don't know how to make an Excel spreadsheet. I need to inventory it. Isn't there a prepping thing where you can feed it into a spreadsheet that they have for you? Prepper Nerd, isn't that a thing still? And they can tell you how much food and stuff and how long it'll last. So I've got a bunch of stuff in here behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I've got you can see my Patriot Supply buckets. I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 10 totes in here stored with beans and rice behind me. And that will probably hold about 40 pounds each. So I'm still stocking up on chicken and stuff like that, canned meats. And also, I highly recommend everybody get one of these. I have 2 of the Jace cases, and I have 1 contingency medical case. They're pretty similar, pretty much the same stuff in each one. I know Jace offers other stuff now. I'm getting ready to do another contingency medical. I think you can get one a year, and they sent me an email saying I can get another one if I want to. Hi, Bill Stegman. So that's my focus for the next little bit is first aid stuff. I need some more peroxide, some more Band-Aids. Neosporin or triple antibiotic cream would be good to help clean out wounds. I have a big bottle of Everclear in there, which I don't drink, but it's good to clean out wounds. It's pure alcohol almost. I have a couple bottles of vodka, and that's always good to clean out wounds. I don't drink that either. If I do drink, it's usually a few beers. Hey, Pennsylvania Preparedness, and who's it? PA Rambler. Sorry, guys, I'm not the best live streamer here on YouTube. Hey, Hunter25. XNYC, good to see you, buddy. A lot of these people have really good channels you see in here. Pennsylvania Preparedness has a good channel. Coffee First Then Speak has a channel. And if I knew how to drop links, I would do it, but I don't, so I can't. XNYC has a channel. I'm not sure if Hunter has a channel or not. So I guess I need to add moderators at some point if I start doing more of these live streams, and maybe they know how to drop links. But preps I have listed in order of importance are food, or not food, water first. You can go 3 days without water. So I have several means of filtering water. I have a big Berkey. I have mini Sawyers. I have life straws. I have water purification tablets in this mess somewhere because I'm not organized either where I just moved. Food would be next for me. Try to start off with three weeks worth of food and then build up to 3 months, 6 months, and a year. And let's see what else. Next would be shelter. Have to have a place, and if you have to bug out, do you have in your bug out bag, do you have a tent or anything like that? I have tarps in mine because it doesn't get as cold here as it does for a lot of you folks up north. But I do have a tent. First aid equipment like the Refuge Medical IFAC in the East Tennessee Preparedness IFAC. Just and get training on all that stuff. Self-defense. I have a self-defense tool in my pocket right now. I also have one right here at my computer desk. I have other guns, self-defense tools throughout the house stored at strategic locations. So if somebody were to try to break in old Jim's house, they're in for a rude awakening. And also, do you have backups? And for backups, I mean like a backup power source if a storm hits. Do you have a generator? I have a dual fuel generator, but I gave it to my ex because she had the power go out at my old house back in the spring, and they lost everything in their freezer and their fridge. So I gave her that, but I do have my Delta Solar, my Delta EcoFlow with a solar panel, and I got another solar panel to hook up to it. So I'd mainly be concerned about keeping my freezer going, especially if it's warm weather. I'm not sure what this means, Hunter. PFOs, PFOA, emerging contaminant in drinking water. Well, I have city water here, but I would still filter it if I needed to. You can always boil it. And do you have a water storage? I have a 275-gallon food grade IBC tote sitting out there right out there outside my house. It's filled up with water. I could juice that and boil it. And in about 10 minutes, if the balloon goes up, I can hook it straight to my gutters. I have the stuff to do that with. Now, we also saw I saw it. Oh, we have 27 in the chat. I finally figured out where to see it. Sorry, Rosie's a little whiny today. About the CBS reporter. She used to work for Fox, I believe. Talking about a black swan event coming, whether that be a terror attack, cyber attack, could be a false flag for all we know. So that's what I'm looking for, something that nobody sees coming, whether it could be an EMP. But they will do something this year. If they're calling for it in the media, then it very well could happen. And another thing I want to talk about is all the threats of wars all across the U.S. In the Russia-Ukraine conflict, they've had some of the biggest attacks since the war started with drones and missiles in the last 2 days. So the Middle East situation with the Gaza Strip, Hezbollah, the Houthis, I believe that's really going to explode in the coming weeks. Now we have North Korea saying they're on a war footing. They've prepared for war with South Korea. I saw a thing where Xi Jinping just said, where was it? Sorry, I'm trying to look at this article I just saw, where he said that Taiwan, China would be unified by force if necessary this year. So that's getting ready to take off. And then there was talk about Venezuela invading Guyana. I'm not sure. I hadn't heard much about that later. So does anybody have any questions for old Jim? I've done ramble through all the crap I was going to talk about, and we're only 20 minutes in. Let's see. Hunter's talking about that water situation. Let me go back up here and read. Okay. I don't have any dehydrated water. I guess I would just do rainwater and try to filter it, boil it, water purification tablets. The biggest one for me, the big first prep for me this year is going to be to bolster my medical preps. I'm getting ready to do the contingency medical case. That ain't it. Sorry, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. But my first focus is going to be on medical preps this year. I need some more first aid stuff and training. I've been reaching out to a guy that I took my concealed carry when you still had to get a concealed carry permit here in Tennessee. Now it's constitutional carry, and he's supposed to offer a stop the bleed class, but he's hard man to get a hold of, so I'm gonna keep bugging him. Hey, Rip Curl Readiness, good to see you, buddy. So medical is going to be that, and I also prepping wise. I was in the military a long time ago, and I was a weekend warrior. And I'm still pretty good with the rifle, but I hadn't practiced a whole lot lately. I took one of my kids shooting with me back in the fall. We have a gun store here close to me. I can probably drive there in 3 or 4 minutes. It has an indoor pistol range because I really suck with a pistol. So that is something that I need to practice with is my handguns. Buy ammo and guns if you can, because ammo is going up due to powder shortages. That's a good point, James Price. I'm not sure what site y'all look on for ammo. My go-to site right now is 2A Warehouse. I find some pretty good deals there, and Palmetto State also has some good deals. I like solar a little bit, Hunter, just for temporary stuff, and I am going to buy a big generator. I gave my ex my dual fuel. I found a good deal on preppingdeals.net. Ammo Seek's a good one, James, but I'm going to get another backup generator that'll run on propane and gasoline if I can find another good deal on one this year. Am I coming to Vision's Bugout weekend? That's a little far for me to roam. Devil Dog, is it in Ohio? I think it's in Ohio. I would like to, or go to Mike at Hudson Valleys, but that's a long way for me to go because I'm usually either at work or have my kids. So I don't get too many days off to do what, well, I'm not complaining. I get to do what I enjoy because I get my kids on my days off. But I would like to. I'm not sure. Where would I look this information up at, Devil Dog, where it's at? I know he has a website, but I'm pretty lazy about. Oh, it's in Ohio. Okay. Does anybody know when it is? I might try to go. I might take a little vacation since I get 5 weeks nowadays. Trying to get a stop the bleed class. Well, then I definitely might go. So that's my focus this year. And I would also like to take the kids camping, sort of have a mini bug out weekend for myself on his website, May 16th through the 19th. I would run in there and get my work schedule. I have my whole schedule for the whole next year. But I'll look back on the comments on this and see what I'm working. So, do y'all have any concerns of anything to be aware of for 2024 that I hadn't sort of mentioned? I also saw, where Texas is now made their own laws where they're going to start arresting and deporting illegals on their own. And the Department of Justice, our good old Department of Justice, is going to sue them to stop them from doing that. Same here, Hunter and James. It's frustrating trying to wake people up to get them to be a little bit prepared because we have, in this country, nothing bad ever happens. Everybody has a normalcy bias. They won't see it unless it comes up and kicks them right in the gonads. And I think pretty soon it's going to kick a lot of people hard in the gonads, and they're going to be mad at us because we saw it coming and we got ready, and they're going to expect us to to help them. And I've got news for a lot of people. You're on your own. I might try to help kids out, but if you're a grown man and woman and you didn't do anything to help yourself out, then you're pretty much out of luck. Hey, back archers. Yeah, I know Berkey had some problems with the EPA, everybody coming down on them. So, hey, Big Bear Prepper. So they're back to selling their filters. I do need some more backups. I have 2 spare black filters for my Berkey, but I would like to get a couple more. And does anybody have the My Patriot Supply water filter? I think it's called the Alexa Pure. I don't know anybody that has one. I don't know how they work. So, but there are more people that are actually starting to wake up than you realize. I've had some people I work with come up and talk to me about putting food back and how I do it, and tell them there's all kinds of ways to skin a cat. As long as you do it, I like vacuum seal bags and put them in totes. It's easy to carry. And I was actually getting a haircut about a month ago, and I was sitting in the barber chair, and he started talking to me about EMPs and cyber attacks taking the grid down. I just turned around and looked at him. I said, "Are you a prepper?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Good to know you." Now, how many people of y'all are ahead of me in this and are in a MAG or a mutual assistant group or a tribe or whatever you want to call it? Because I get frustrated in trying to form one, and it's like beating your head on the wall. I've got some buddies that prep, but you talk about them working together, and it's like nobody wants to. So, thanks, Devil Dog. Yeah, my email's listed on my channel somewhere. It's East Tennessee Preparedness at gmail.com. If any of y'all have information y'all want to send me to help me out make videos, email me. I check it every day, at least once a day. So if an EMP hits, Chad, I think a lot of people are going to be screwed. All of us may be screwed when our food runs out. That's one of my biggest concerns is EMP or something to take down the grid. Well, that's a good deal, James. I'm not sure. I'm in a new neighborhood. I've only been here about a month and a half, so. But I do have a good bug out location. My cousin has about 20 acres up in Virginia, and I could probably get there pretty quick if worse come to worse. That's my plan anyway, and he knows to be looking for me too. I'm actually going to talk to him about storing some of my food up there pretty soon. He's about 80, so he doesn't believe well, he's always been a prepper. He just doesn't know it. He raises his own food and cans and stuff. So that's just the way we grew up, way a lot of people did. I mean, we had a huge garden when I was a kid. I mean, I used to hate hoeing corn and beans and stuff. It'd be hot. So, but now I look forward to it and wish I could have a bigger garden than what I have. So let me know. Also, I really slacked off on doing live streams with my work schedule. I work, for those of y'all that don't know, I work 12-hour swing shifts. I work 12-hour days and then have a few days off and go and start working 12-hour nights. So it's hard for me impossible for me to set a certain time to do a live stream every week. So I think I'll just start hopping on whenever I can, like today, and just get on here and ramble like I do in my regular videos. And if somebody could send me an email, tell me how to make moderators for my channel. I'm going to add a few people for moderators that are the usual suspects when I do these. I'll probably do another one maybe here next Friday or something. But I know my videos aren't real technical. It's mainly just me on here running my mouth. But I enjoy doing it. I did it. I made the channel starting out as a lark, just to prove to my kids I could, because they watched crazy videos on YouTube. And I said, well, I could do that. And they said, we bet you can't. And I said, well, hide and watch. So they get on here and watch sometimes. Let's see, on your phone. Let me read this coffee first. Okay. I did that at one time, coffee, but it's so long since I did a live stream and set it up that I about forgot how to do it. So thanks. That's not good, Mary. You stay safe out there. And that's a good point too, Rip. You talk to most people about what's going on in the world, especially I got a bunch of younger people. Of course, everybody at work's younger than me anymore, but they don't have a clue what's going on. You talk to them and you get that they have the 1,000-yard stare like you're talking a foreign language to them. They just don't want to see it. That's it. Exactly, Prepper Book Club. Normalcy bias. And normalcy bias is going to get a lot of people in a bad situation here real soon. So what do we have to look forward to in 2024? The economy is not something to look forward to. I think I make coffee first. Mom, she is good. All right, buddy, go take care of your cows. And Midway Farms also has a channel. So if you're not subscribed to Midway, he has a good channel. He puts out videos on a consistent basis. And he lives not far from me. So I've actually talked to him on the phone once or twice, I think. Yes, sir, normalcy bias. And people can see what's going on, but they just don't want to understand. And they think that that nothing was ever going to happen here. We hadn't had a war fought on our territory since the Civil War. And the distance now, between us and the people that don't like us don't mean a whole lot, especially with Russia's hypersonic missiles that we have no defense for, as far as I know. So it can come here, and it can get here in a hurry. And God forbid if nukes ever hit, then my area might be just, I won't have to worry about it, because we have Oak Ridge down around Knoxville, nuclear laboratories. Right up the road from me, about an hour, we have nuclear fuel services, which makes all the fuel for our nuclear subs. And then I'm sure where I work would be a target. So it ain't looking good for us if the nukes start falling. So I might not have to worry about how long my food's going to last. Awesome, Tiger. Building off-grid property. About a midway property between here and there. Excellent. And I'm waiting on the real estate bubble to burst, and I'm going to try to get some property. Right now, everything's still too high. Yeah, I knew it was, James, because you're down there around in Big Orange country. So let's see. We've been going about 34 minutes. So I'm going to, if anybody has any questions for old Jim, I'll be happy to answer it. And there's people in the chat that are a lot smarter than me. So if I can't answer it, I'm sure they would. But I'm getting ready to cut out of here because my belly's growling, and I'm going to go in here and make me some bacon and eggs before I go into work. That's a good point, Keisha. That is the most important prep, is your relationship with the man upstairs. And sorry, just heard something outside. But my little security cameras aren't ding-donging, so I guess I'm all right. Chad's trying to get his cash back up, not too much silver. Yeah, I need to get some more cash on hand. Christmas wiped me out, and I always spoil my kids. So that's it for today, folks. I'm hungry and I'm going to get some more coffee. I appreciate everybody joining me for the New Year's Eve live stream. If you're going to be out tonight, please be careful. If you're out anywhere and you're allowed to, have a self-defense tool on you because people are absolutely crazy. Hey, KP Heathen, good to see you. But just be careful and be aware of your surroundings because I'm bad for that, not pay attention to what's going on around me, especially when I got the kids with me. I'm trying to focus on them. So I hope every one of you has a very happy New Year's, a safe New Year, a blessed New Year. Just keep prepping as much as you can afford. Um, the importance in my order is water, food, shelter, first aid, and self-defense. Because if you don't have self-defense, none of the other stuff matters because somebody's just going to come take it from you. So y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to get off here, and I'll see you folks soon. God bless each and every one of you.